Question 2 is dealing with the structure of the atom and the nucleus, and the first part asks you to look at some properties of the three particles that make up an atom. So here's our diagram of an atom. This one's beryllium, and it's asking you which particle has a positive charge. Well, that's the proton. One way to remember that is that proton starts with a P, the same as positive. The particle with the smallest mass is the electron, and you could get a clue from the diagram because they've drawn the electron dot much smaller than the protons and neutrons. So if you didn't know, that would be a good one to guess. And the particle with no charge is the one that's left, the neutron. And one way to remember that is that neutron sounds like neutral, which means no charge. It starts with the same four letters, so that should hopefully help you remember that one. Now there are 3 spaces but only 2 marks here, so we have to look at how the marks are allocated. And you need all 3 for the full 2 marks. And if you make 1 or 2 mistakes, then you get the 1 mark. Not allowed just to write the letters P, E, and N. It has to be the whole word: proton, electron, neutron. 2b, what is the atomic number of the beryllium atom? Ring round your answer and the reason. Well, the reason is it's 4, and the reason is that the atomic number is the same as the number of protons in the nucleus. And if you count the number of little black circles there, it is 4. If you've mentioned electrons, if you said there are 4 protons and 4 electrons, that's okay. The protons are the most important thing. You've got to be very careful, though. If you say 4 protons and electrons, that could be misinterpreted, and so they've not given you the mark, because you might mean there are 2 protons and 2 electrons, or 3 protons and 1 electron. So make sure you're really clear about that, and if it asks you about atomic number, really the protons are the things that matter. And finally, which one of the following statements describes what can happen to an atom to change it into an ion? Well, the only thing that can be gained or lost easily from the atom is the electrons. And that's what happens in all chemical reactions. The electrons are either gained, lost, or shared sometimes. And the neutrons and the protons are stuck in the nucleus. So the only possible answer there is that the atom loses an electron.